guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Erin. I am back with another video for you guys today, and I am excited. Today's video is all about goal setting. Well, you know what? Today's video is all about how to set a goal and actually achieve it. That is what's important. You know, setting the goal is the easy part. The achieving it is where so many of us struggle. It's a new year, the start of a new year. And this is the time where everyone sets their goals. They have great plans. They have big ideas for the upcoming year. But unfortunately, those goals never get accomplished. And it's because there's not really a proven roadmap to follow to complete goals. However, the roadmap that I followed from last year has allowed me to complete a goal I set out for myself and some. I've added new goals to that, and I've completed the goals that I had already set. Now, again, I don't set a whole bunch of big goals for the new year. I just set goals around the main areas of my life. So that's relationships, business, finances, my personal development, health, family. Those are the things that I focus on. So all of my goals I had set for that, I was able to accomplish this year. And I did that by following these tips and this roadmap. I wanted to share that with you guys because I want to make sure that in 2021, we are crushing these goals. And I want you guys to make sure you like and subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting about all this goodness, and stay to the end because the number 7 tip is the tip that helped me literally, I know, was the game changer in me completing all of my goals, and I want you to learn that too. So stay with me, guys, and enjoy the video. Number 1 is to align your goals with your vision. You need to ask yourself, like, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in X amount of years? Where do you see yourself next year? Where do you see yourself in 5 months? What is the vision? You can break that down by your vision for yourself, your vision for your career, family, and maybe financials, any type of relationship, whatever your vision is that you want. If you know that your vision, your ultimate goal and vision is for you to be an entrepreneur, then align your goals to meet that. If you know that you want to quit your job, you want to start your own business, all of your goals should align to that vision in mind. If your ultimate vision you see for yourself is to buy a home, you want to make sure that your goals are lining up to meet that vision. So you're doing all the necessary steps to meet that goal. That's what really aligning your goals to your vision will help you do. It will help you make sure that you're really focusing on goals that are going to get you to where you ultimately want to be. Number 2 is to focus on replacing and not eliminating. You guys, how many times have you set yourself a goal and said you're not going to eat junk food, you're cutting out all sugar, you'll never drink soda again? Creating those type of eliminating goals it's extremely hard to actually stick to. Instead of eliminating, you want to replace. So your goal may be, I want to cut out drinking soda, but instead I'm going to replace drinking soda with a seltzer water. No, it is not the same thing, but it's a good place to meet in the middle. And it's a good way for you to actually stick to your goals if you're still getting something out of it. If you are still getting some type of reward from your goal, you're more likely to stick to it. Don't eliminate the bad things, just replace them with something positive. Number 3 is to schedule intentional time to work on your goals. This has been extremely helpful for me. And I know one of the main reasons I was able to complete the goals that I did. You need to create intentional time to work on your goals. Let's face it, y'all, life happens, especially all my mompreneurs out there. We are raising families, we are making little tiny humans and responsible for their livelihood. Like, life happens. We are not always going to have time to focus on the things that we need to focus on our goals, and you need to create that time. If it's working on your goals for 15 minutes, if it's taking an hour out of your day each day to devote to just working on your goals, you need to do that. You can't just simply write down the goals and expect things to happen. You need to do the work. And sometimes, like I said, life just happens and you can't do the work. Schedule that time and make sure that you're checking off the things that are on your goal list. Number 4 is to visualize yourself actually completing the goal. Y'all, when I tell you guys that visualization and manifestation is real, like, it's important for you guys to really, really believe in yourself and believe in the goal. Visualize yourself completing the goal. Visualize yourself walking across the stage collecting your diploma. Visualize yourself signing the paperwork for your new home, holding the keys in your hand, and walking in the house. Visualize yourself starting the business, y'all. Start the business. And then once you have that, take it one step further. Visualize all of the benefits you've gotten from completing the goal. So what I mean by that is you visualize yourself starting your business. Like that's all you've thought about. You visualize yourself, you know exactly what you look like in that moment. You have done the work, you started the business, maybe you're getting a storefront. Visualize yourself walking into that store. Now visualize yourself, take it a step further, and now visualize all of the benefits that are going to come from you starting your business. So visualize yourself having that time freedom back. Visualize yourself spending more time with your kids. Visualize yourself having the money that you want to be able to live the life that you want. Really wake up and visualize success every single day. That is going to help immensely. Your mind will channel the intentions to stick to your goal. Visualization is a real thing. It's so important for success. You guys, visualize your success every single day. Number 5 is to revisit and set new goals quarterly. This is where we get messed up, y'all. We set our goals on New Year's and then that's it. It's a set it and forget it for most people. And that's the reason why things are not getting accomplished. Instead, you should set your goals and start working towards your goals every single day. And then you go back quarterly. So, as the seasons change, go back quarterly and revisit those goals. See the things that you have gotten done. See the things that you haven't gotten done. If you haven't completed it, maybe it's as simple as just going back to that goal, seeing if there's some things that you can adjust to make that happen. And then set new goals. That's another thing to remember, is to not just cross off goals, but replace each goal you cross off. So every time you cross off a goal, replace it with a new one. That's just going to help you keep going, and really get to where you want to go. But just setting a goal on New Year's and then not doing it again until the next New Year is crazy. You'll never be able to really stick to it that way. Revisiting that quarterly will really help you, help your goals stay fresh in your mind. And number 6 is to keep your goals visual. Keep your goals in your sight at all times. I know the old school thing is like making vision boards and hanging them, but there are a million other ways that you can create a visual representation of your goals that you can look at every single day. I am actually doing a digital board that I will have as my screensaver on my laptop. That's helpful for me because my laptop is something I open every single day, and having that screensaver of all of my goals is something that's going to help me strive to push forward to them every single day. This is something that the most successful people in the world do. Steve Harvey, who's one of my favorite people ever, used to write his goal, or used to have his goals stitched inside of his suit jacket, so that he always have it close to him. That is something that will help you reach your goal. Absolutely, is to have it in front of you at all times. Last year when I set to create all of my goals and my plans for this year, I wrote everything down and I stapled that piece of paper onto my office door, which at the time did not exist. One of my goals, of course, was to create an office space on my home, which I was able to do. Keeping your goals at the forefront, keeping your goals in front of you at all times is extremely important. It's going to really help you with step 4 in visualizing your goals if you literally are looking at your goals every single day. And tip number 7, this is one for you guys. If you watch my last video, I posted and I made a comment about goal setting and the lack of using the date format. And let me tell you, it's an unpopular opinion, but it is something, again, that I implemented this year and have crushed every single goal I set out to crush. And this is probably the biggest thing that helped me to do that. So I wanted to make sure you guys have this. This is my number 7 tip, and the biggest tip I have for you guys to make sure you're actually completing your goals. And that is to swap dates with accomplishments. If you're like most women who have been doing a ton of research on goal setting, all of that, you know all about SMART goals. So that's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. I am a fan of the SMART method, but that last part is where that's where I kind of struggle. Again, I don't think that a time-based goal method works. If you tell yourself you want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months, you want to hit 3,000 subscribers by X date. Yes, it gives you something to work towards. However, it puts so much pressure on you. And again, this tip is especially for my mompreneurs. You guys are my people I'm trying to help. My mompreneurs know we cannot put a date on a calendar and say something is going to be complete by then. Like, let's be real. It's extremely hard for that to happen. Can it happen? Absolutely. If you push forward enough, absolutely. However, I'm all about making smart moves. So I don't put that much pressure on myself. And this year has really taught me that, and this year again allowed me to actually accomplish my goals. In the past, I would say I wanted to have this done by this date, and then as I'm getting closer to that date, although I'm doing all of the work necessary, sometimes it just doesn't work out. Like I said, sometimes life happens. I'm a mother, I run different businesses. Sometimes I just want to take a day off. Sometimes I don't want to grind. And so because of that, having that rigid date that my goal needs to be accomplished makes it extremely hard. What I do believe in is measuring your success or completing that goal by reverse engineering it. So last year, my goal was to start my 3 new businesses. I knew that I wanted to start 3 new businesses because these are things that I have been passionate about and working on for a very long time. And I knew it was time to just put it out there. Now, I could have said I want to complete these 3 businesses by June 25th. You know, I could have said I wanted to have all 3 of these businesses up and running by June 25th. And then what happened? Coronavirus happened. The entire world shifted. Everything changed. So even the idea I had for my business shifted. How I went about completing the goals to start my business shifted. It completely changed. And because I didn't have a timeline on that goal, but instead had tasks and steps and goals that I wanted to complete, in order to reach that, I was able to actually do it. So what I mean by that is I reverse engineered the goal. I want to start 3 new businesses. Okay, write down your goal. Then write down what the steps are that are going to help you to get to that goal. If I knew I wanted to start 3 new businesses, I knew I needed to first figure out what I wanted to start. I needed to figure out my plan. I needed to figure out where capital was going to come from. I needed to figure out how I was going to structure the business. All of these things. I wrote down all of the steps that would get me to complete that goal. And then from there, I crossed them off as I completed it. I crossed it off as I completed it. I said, okay, I have another goal I need to get there. I crossed it off as I completed it. Before I knew it, I had completed all of the steps and the goal was complete, well ahead of the time frame that I had even given myself in my mind, because I was following a roadmap of actionable items and not just a date out in the air. You know, that is going to be so helpful when you're completing your goals. The best way to do it is to reverse engineer that thing. You know, reverse engineer. What's Missy say? Flip it down, and reverse it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That is the best way to do it. That date, it does not work for most people. It's too rigid. It makes it hard for you to actually achieve the goals. Say if you want to lose 10 pounds. Don't say I want to lose 10 pounds in 2 months. That's not important, the time frame that you do it. You want to lose 10 pounds. How are you going to go about losing 10 pounds? Okay, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to switch snack foods for healthier foods. I'm going to replace sugary drinks for water. Now you're doing that. You're knocking it off. You're doing it. Before you know it, you've already lost the 10 pounds. It may not have been in 2 months like you wanted it to be. It may have took you 6 months, but guess what? It actually got complete. Whereas all those other years, it never got done. So that's the best way to do that, in my opinion. And again, this information is for you guys. This is for the audience and the community that I serve, and that's my mompreneur. That's it, guys. That's my 7 tips to help you set and actually achieve your goals this year. That is what I'm all about. That's so important. Again, it has been a great year for me, and I want to make sure we're all achieving our goals. The new year is coming up. I have a lot more videos about goal setting, setting vision boards, all of that good stuff coming up. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing and following me along on my journey. And I will see you guys in the next video. Get to the work, y'all. Get y'all goals done.